morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, all you beautiful people. I would love for you to please gather your things, sit down, feel comfortable, but also please silence all your technology. Good morning. I would like to call this meeting now to order. Thank you for joining us during this weekly hybrid MLS breakfast meeting. My name is Sylvia Ramos, and I am your March program chair this morning. As I continue, I just want to say something. I have a lot of respect for this agenda. This agenda was put together by Belen. She does this for everyone. But I want to acknowledge Belen for making us look so professional and together up here for the whole hour that we are here with you. So let's give her some recognition. Along with that, I am part of a team. I do not stand here alone. My team is the MLS team, and it's led by Jeff over here to my left. And you all know Jeff. I hope you do. And then I have several committee members that are here, and I appreciate them very much. We stand together because together we're better. Now, a little bit about me. This is the tough part. The tough part about me. Okay, so I am Sylvia Ramos. I'm a woman of faith, a devoted wife, a proud mother, a passionate advocate, and a fearless trailblazer in my field. Raised by hardworking parents who instilled in me the values of perseverance, integrity, and service, I carry their lessons in all that I do. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to continue, and I'll give you some small other anecdotes within the next few weeks. And today, we are honored to have with us Mayor Wu from San Gabriel, city of San Gabriel, la ciudad de San Gabriel. But before I have him come up to the podium, please let me tell you a little bit about him. So Mayor John Wu, elected to the City Council in November of 2022, brings a wealth of experience and a deep passion for enhancing the infrastructure, safety, resident engagement, and budget efficiency of San Gabriel. His commitment to fostering relationships between the business community and residents is aimed at creating a more cohesive community and cementing San Gabriel's status as a business-friendly city. Born in Hong Kong and raised in Taiwan, Wu's educational journey took him to Austria for college before earning a bachelor's degree in business from California State University, Los Angeles CSULA. He serves as a CIPS and an ABR instructor for the National Association of Realtors, a certified real estate brokerage manager instructor for the Real Estate Business Institute, as a licensed broker in California and a mortgage loan originator. He has held positions such as president of the Chinese American Real Estate Professionals Association, former president's liaison of the National Association of Realtors. He has been a proud member of the West San Gabriel Valley Realtors for over 2 decades. Now, with that said, please join me in welcoming him. I'm going to have him come up to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sylvia, and good morning, everyone. It's so good to be at home again. I think last night I was checking my PowerPoint. That was my first time using Canva to do my PowerPoint, and I counted that 74 pages. So I'm thinking that how much time I have, probably 30 minutes. But I would like to give you every details about the city, what we have done in the past years, I will need 10 more, which is 700 slides. But I will just make this one a little bit summarized, but I will be available for you that you can ask me the question after the presentation. So briefly, I would like to give you some ideas about the city. So how many of you living in the city of San Gabriel? Okay, so we have several. And how many of you having business in the city of San Gabriel? Okay, not too many, but it's still okay. But rest of you, you're in the city of San Gabriel now. Since I was a member of a West San Gabriel Valley Realtors since 2002. And remember, it was like July 19th because my birthday was one day before. So I joined this association, and that time, the board was located in Sheraton, where we have the Sheraton today. But to me, this is one of the best association that I feel so proud of. And I'm able to serve as a public servant in helping our business community and also to solve the problem for our residents. That is my lifetime privilege honor. So let's start. Well, I guess this is the reason that I think we need to double check every time that we have used a new system. The Canva doesn't really reflect a good one. But let me tell you a little bit about the city. This is a very old city. We are the birthplace of Los Angeles region. This city was founded in 1771, and we have population of roughly like 42,000. But daytime we have probably 60,000 because we have more business. We have like travelers, visitors. So for daytime we have more, but residents we have around like 42,000 people. And this is a city that we feel so proud because we have our own mission, and the mission is 250 some years. That is the oldest one. The whole California, we have 21 missions, and we are the number 4. So this is our city council right now. So if you see the most handsome one, that is me. So we have a city commissions. That is, besides city council, then we have different commissioners to serve in different territories. So we have civil service commission that is solving the problem between the staff, employees, and internal areas disputes. And we have a community service commissions that if you see a lot of events such as Lantern Festival, like beers and dumpling, they will be taking care of that. The design review commissions is about building. It's about that if you design, you have a plan and you would like to submit for approval, they are the one that will be giving you some ideas. Of course, planning commission is doing the same. Historic Preservation and Cultural Resource Commission. This is also so important because they have been taking care of our city's history, and they just preserve that, put it in the record, and they will just be like obligated themselves to keep our history continue. Next, please. If you are interested in applying the commissioners, then this is the time. You have like less than 10 days to apply for it. If you are interested in serving that, some of the commissioners, you must be the residents in the city, and some of them you don't, such as like Design Review Commission, that you don't really need to be a resident in our city. Next one, please. So who knows who is our city manager? Yes, Mark Lazaratos. And anyone lives in the city of Arcadia? Yes, Dominic Lazarato. They're related. But actually, we are so fortunate that we have Mark Lazarato to be our city manager. He's really well-organized person that able to keep our city running so smooth. So we have a city council, and we are making a decision for the city, and we make the policy. Any questions or any constituents you have concern about the community, we are the contact points that you can talk to us, and we can bring it to the, to the agenda, and then we can have some kind of discussions, and we can just make the policy to solve the problem. For the communication, we have a public information officer. That is we also call that as an assistant to the city manager, that she will be the person that drafting the press release and post the information on social medias and keep the websites alive. Then we have city attorney. If you see that I'm conducting the council meeting, sitting on my right side, that is a city attorney, and my left side will be the city manager. They want to make sure that I will be not out of control when during the council meeting. No, actually, this is important because the city attorney will be making sure that as a council member, we are not doing something is violating any rules and laws. Then we have administration. That is about the whole management of the city. So next, please. And we have city clerk's office. Every time you see we have a certificates or proclamations that we have that generated from our city clerk's office. And also city clerk, they also could help us to conduct the meeting as well. When we have all the public comments, and they will be helping us to make sure all the agenda is in order. And next one, please. If you need to pull any information, including the communication between the council members, and we have a policy that we need to be transparent, you can pull the item saying, you know what, I need to pull some information from John Wu, his email that contains West and Gabriel Valley Associate Realtors. They can. So they keep all the data. And the finance department is so important. We have account payable, we have payroll. Those are like more inside of our city. But for overnight parking permits for business license renewal. That will be in another department. That will be the finance department. That Julie will be always the person that you have to deal with. And we have IT support that will be helping the council member make sure that their data would not be leaked out, and all this cybersecurity, they're taking care of that. Next one, please. And also about that, the key information that we have annual budgets, we have those financial report will be generated from that department as well. We need to set out a budget, a couple months before that we can approve it. For example, now is the season. We are about to start to kick off our budget section. So we will have an opportunity to talk to the finance director, what we plan to do, how much we are going to spend next year. So this is about the time that we need to set up. An operating budget, we need to know that how much money we spend and how we can spend it wisely. So that is a good communication before we can set out a budget. And purchasing policy. We will allow our city manager, public works director, and some other director, the head department, they can purchase certain items that without a further approval. If they need it, they can purchase it and they can just put it on their report. So we sometimes will increase that level because it will be much easier to make the operation smoother. Next one, please. Next. Then we have a community development divisions. That is important because we have the building and safety. If you need to pull in permits, if you need to get a plan check, this is where you can get the service from. Next, please. When we say the code enforcement is about if you don't trim your trees or you over trim your trees, or if you have like illegal dumping, we have neighborhood improvement service. Those are the responsibility for our code enforcement. And they will just give the citation if something is not being complied. And next, please. So we have human resource. We can skip that. We hire people and police department. Public safety is so important. But our PD, we call ourselves as independent city because we have our own police station and fire department. And that costs a lot of money. But to us, this is important because we have more local control. Their service is more accessible. They respond fast. So you can see that we have very, very old police station. This is something that we are trying to renovate in the future. It's in 1962. So yeah, this is another topic, but let me introduce you about more about our police department. Next, please. Well, if you have a chance that you want to take a look at the whole area, we have a huge, parking lots in the back of the police station. But basically, this is we don't have enough space for our officers now because we have a lot of the record office, we have a dispatcher's office, we have all different, but those are even not, sometimes it's not ADA compliant. So we have to fix that. So far, we have 50 officers and we have 4 reserve officers and we have 3 volunteers and we have those positions and we are still hiring. We always lack of people, but we are dividing our service region into 4. So we have the 24/7 patrol service. I mean, they will just make sure that our community is safe. Next one, please. Public Works. This is a very important department too, because if you see that on our street, you can see the traffic lights not working, you see the potholes, and you see something like the sewer that need to be upgraded. Those are Public Works, their jobs. And do you enjoy the newly paved road here? Well, that's important. I mean, we have very strong Public Works. And next one, please. They're doing almost everything that you can imagine. They have only like 40 people, but they have to take care of all the trees in the city, all the potholes in the city, and pave the road in the city, and upgrade the sewer lines, and anything that you can think of. The traffic light is not working. That's their job too, and including that we have a lantern festival, they have to make sure that all lanterns will be hand on the, on the streets, and they can just move everything and connect to the power. Make sure that all powers are safe. So they have they have they've been doing a lot of things that even our police car, the vehicles, they do the maintenance as well. So they do everything. So for this, that you can take a look, that we have 72 miles sewers, and we have like a 1,400 manholes. We have like 8,000 trees. We have 7,000 signs. If you notice that we are now in the progress of replacing the street signs, it would take like 3 to 4 years to get everything replaced. Have you noticed that even on the intersection, the two signs, one sign is fading fast, another one can remain like a little bit longer, because the sunshine, if you see the sunshine that exposed under the sunshine, the facing the south is always fading fast. So we have to replace that early. And that fund will be coming from where we have the, street paving. So we have to make the balance. Next one, please. Fire department. Whoa, yeah, that is the fire that happened a couple of years ago in our mission. Now it's fully repaired, and it's reopened to the public. I believe that is like a $3 to $4 million repairs. But when you see the fire, next one, when you see that we have one new engines now, and we are actually back order. The engines will be arrived in maybe 2.5 years. But we have two basic engine and one paramedic vehicles. We got a lot of calls every single year. If you don't see that from San Gabriel, then you probably see that from San Marino, from Alhambra, because maybe our vehicle is out for service and we do not have enough, capacity that we will ask our neighboring cities to assist us. Of course, you get a bill from that too. But they have to go out to the place within 1 minute and 30 seconds. This is so fast. Next one, please. If you remember the big fires on 301 East Valley Boulevard, that is like a 4-class fires that we used like a 96 firefighters that day. So that is not only from us, because we have to get support from the sheriff, the county fire, from all our neighboring area that we call the Verdugo system, which being said, when we are in trouble, we will have other city to help us on putting down the fire. But when when we are open at EOC, then what is it called? The Verdugo will not be valid, because we have to take care of our own city. So this is important that we have our own city's fire. Next one, please. Yeah, community service. Have you been to the Mission Playhouse? How do you like the Mission Playhouse? You love it? Thank you. You cannot say you don't, but I love it too. Well, it could be one of the very busiest theaters in our city. And I would say 2 more years, it will be 100 years old. So we are about to celebrate a great time, great day, and you will be all invited to that celebration. But our Mission Playhouse, we lease it. We rent it out, and it could be like a Rio Hondo Police Academy graduations. That will be a performance from Temple City Schools, and we have all the different performers from all over the world. They performs on our stage in the Mission Playhouse. Next one, please. And this divisions is not only managing the Mission Playhouse, but also the park, recreations, and all the activities. So we are sending the San Gabriel Discover as magazines to all our residents. Next one, please. Next one. So I would like to talk about that, what we have achieved in the past few years. Next. Well, by the way, thank you so much for many of you that attended my swearing in ceremony last year as becoming a mayor. I remember that day that we have several of, Ian Burr was there. We have Nanette was there, and we have Brian and many of you, thank you so much. Um, so you actually realize that how small we are. We have a very small city hall. Next one, please. Well, how about Lunar Lantern Festival? Uh, have you visit our the Mission District during the Lantern Festival? Yes. How do you like the lanterns? Thank you. Well, this is important that we want to make sure that everyone to join our event, they feel safe. So we do have RPD to, undercovered. They are they try to make sure that everyone can see them. So this will be a really safe, and we have barricade to make sure that there's no vehicle will be driving into our district. But not only that, sometimes that we are also inviting so many different vendors, street vendors. And this year we were working with the World Journal. Actually, we have a 3-year contract with them. And the way that we are making this really successful is we are trying to make ourselves a little bit different from our neighboring city. While during the Chinese New Year, Lunar Lantern Fest, Lunar New Year, or the whatever the New Year's festival, we make ourselves define our event become a lantern. So where is the lantern coming from? Next one, please. That I so after I became the mayor, and within 7 days, I signed a MOU with the Taiwan Tourism Administration. In Taiwan, they have annual Lantern Festival. It's been doing that for 36 years. But every year, when they finish the Lantern Festival, they just toss it or they just remove to the warehouse and somewhere. And I know that gentleman who is now the deputy director of the Taiwan Tourism Administration for many years. So one time I said, well, why don't you just give us some of the lanterns that will be showing the beauty of Taiwan? And he said, oh, definitely, yes. So we have signed the agreement for 10 years, which is 5 plus 5, but also free of charge, also free shipping, also free custom clearance, and then free shipping, delivering to our public works department. That's a good deal, right? Thank you very much. I'm so proud to be a broker. This is the way that how I negotiate. So this is at the time when they delivered those lanterns and from the truck. I mean, this is like a zero cost to our city, but we are able to make our community closer. Next one. And after that, I have a chance that I invited the general counsel from the Mongolian Republic. And the Mongolian, they have a really fruitful culture. I invited them to having their Nadam, if you know the Naadam, next page. This is just like a new year in Mongolia. So they actually, I have successfully invited them to our Vincent Lugo Park. That was a great day. They have like more than few thousand, I think 2,000 people doing their traditions, and they have the horse. They have the throw singers. Yes, you're right, and also some of the great food there. I think this is really make our community so different, because this is just a very we are welcoming atmosphere city that we want have more different and diverse culture coming to our city. So we have made that last July. Next one, please. And bridging to the world is important. City of San Gabriel, we have two current sister city, which is both are inactive, unfortunately. One is in Mexico, another one is in Taiwan, Changhua. I remember Changhua was the one that we established the sister city relations in 1986. But in my year, that I have successfully signed additional 2. Next one, please. Next one. So the first one is the Banqiao district. This is in New Taipei City in Taiwan. They have like a 10 times more populations, and they have double size of our city's size. So we are 4.1 square miles, and they have like a close to 10. But they have the 550,000 population. But we are okay. I mean, we make a good friends. It doesn't matter about the size of the city or district, but we are making a good relationship. And also, if you see the Mission District, those are new lanterns, that the red lanterns. that on the street, they help us to purchase that with like a really cheap price. If you purchase that in Amazon, that's a $10 plus, and purchase from them, it's like $2.50. And can you imagine that they also, in order to demonstrate that the friendship between St. Gabriel and the Banqiao district, they have made a lantern in their district. That is a mission playhouse. It's just about my height, 6 feet. And I have a privilege that when I visited Taiwan this time, it's in February, and also we had a council meeting that time. So they allowed me to use their EOC conference room and help us to do the 72 hours notice to the public. If we are not able to, attend the council meeting in person in the city, we need to go somewhere else. We're okay, but we have to post the notice and agenda in front of the facility that I'm about to having the meeting 72 hours before the meeting starts. So that's if you're going to cruise, that is not applicable. We cannot do that on a cruise. And another one is Hualien County, is in Taiwan. Actually, before we become a sister city, I have the privilege that helped the Temple City and Hualien County become sister city in 2018. And this is a great experience for me as well, because next I have to dance on the stage with 50,000 people in Hualien. And that is called the Harvest Festival in July, summertime in Taiwan. That is so humid, so hot. So that is how we gain a friendship, because I'm sweating there. Do you know that city of St. Gabriel, we still have 2 tribes in our city? We have Gabrielino, which is we call the Tongva, and also another tribe that we call the Kish Nation. We still have 2 indigenous tribes in our city. So this is important, why we need to bridge the sister city and friendship with Hualien, because Hualien is one of the largest county that they have 16 different tribes in their county. Next one, please. So I have the opportunity to visit those tribes, and also my daughter too. They have tattoo on their face. They call Taroko tribes and Ame tribes. I had a chance to visit their chief and talk to them. They will be so happy if they will be in the future coming to the United States and meet our tribes in the city of St. Gabriel. Next one. Now, as I promised, that the very first year that we had the lanterns 2025, that was being selected in 2024. But this next year, I have selected lanterns for you. Next slide, please. You have the privilege that you can see that very first than other people. This is all metal made. It's made by metal, but this is more like we have at least, I think, 12 lanterns for the next year. So think about that. If we sign the agreement for 10 years, that means we will have more than 100. Okay, in the future. But this will be displayed in 2026, and it's been confirmed by the Taiwan Tourism Administration. Next one, please. Okay, so we talk about money now. Okay, this is a serious one. During my elections, I still remember that many people criticize about our city is not doing so well. We are the second highest risk city throughout the whole California, 400 some cities. We are number 2. And that is the article that's showing that we are really in a high risk in 2021. This is the building that Public Works where we delivered the lanterns. Next one. So this is about that in 2021, the state auditor that designates St. Gabriel as a high risk due to the ongoing deficit. I think deficit is something heartbroken topics that we always try to fix. But the auditor, they think that our we call the CalPERS or the OPEC, which is the retirement, that is we have really high obligations. And that is one of the reasons that we will be designated as high risk. But not only that, transparency, how we use the money, how the policy made to make the betterment of the financial, that is also being considered by the auditors. And the state auditors, they have, issued the local government if that is high risk or not every 3 years. So they have to come to our city and to audit it and check the papers. And just we need to have the third party that to audit us as well. Just make sure that we are doing everything in orders and everything is correct. Next one, please. So very fortunate that this is on our state auditor's website, and we have successfully removed from the high risk list by the end of the 2024. So this is important because they realize that we are making some changes to our policy that will not making our deficit even worse. And be honest to you that we have no more deficit. We have been surplus for 2 years. The reason is because we are sunsetting some of the policy, which being said that new employees, they may not enjoy the long-term benefits as before, because for those staff or employees work for City of San Gabriel for more than 20 years, they're obligated for lifetime insurance. That is a really great benefit. But we realize that the longer, when we hire more people, we increase the salary, and the cost of the insurance is keep ongoing, then it will just keep increasing. We have to do something about this. So all the people who work for us before 2022, actually 2023, they will still enjoy whatever we have promised. But after that, we discontinued that, but we increased the salary for the new employees. So that is a trade-off. That is just one of the things that we have done for very significant to the city. But actually, they do see that we are spending our money in the right way. So for the 2024, we have closed book the financial report. And you probably can see that we predict how much we will be spending for next year, how we predict how much we will be receive as a revenue next year. But in 2024, that we have predicted in 23 that we will be certain amount, but you can see the revenue is actually transferring 6% higher than we anticipated. And we have spent less, 5% than, what we have predicted. So we actually have $20 million more in our general account this year. Next one. So this is telling you about our fund balance. They are also watching our fund balance and our general funds and our pension plans and how we allocate the cost and how we spend the money. And if we are transparent enough to decide that we are officially removed from high-risk city. So if anyone tells you, oh, City of San Gabriel sucks because they're not doing so good in the financial, they're horrible, the road is bumpy, just like a roller coaster. Use your eyes, ears, and check the Google. No, not Google, I'm sorry, check the state website. You will see the truth. Okay, next one. So we are very fortunate that we have a lot of the report and also the news coverage that talking about that we have been removed from the high-risk city. I don't mean to say West Covina, Montebello, they're still there, but we were like 3 cities on the list 3 years ago, but now we are off. Okay, next one. Thank you. Now we talk about the potholes. Oh, so do you feel any pothole in our city? Yes, where? Your street? Okay, report it. We fix that. I'm so confident that we have an app and we allows our residents to report any graffitis, potholes, illegal dumpings, and they can take photos and send it to our neighbor. We call it a neighbor improvement service that we will take care of that. This is how that happens in the past until now. In 2018, our PCI, what is PCI? It's a not PAPO, I'm sorry. It's called Pavement Condition Index. That is a good throughout the whole state. In the greater number you have, that means your condition is better. So in 2018, that you can see that our road condition is not so good. In 2021, we have hit to more than 80. Last year that we have 85. Next one, please. So we compare with other neighboring city. We are now in 85. And the points for our neighboring state, Alhambra is 77, Montreal Park 66, 76, 58, 70, 68. Well, it seems like we are the highest one. Well, one thing that we have learned that when we are doing the pavement constructions, and we notice those in our street, especially residential street, it's really said that we have only very thin asphalt. That which being said is only like a 1.5 or 2 inches above the dirt. We should have 4 inches. So we do notice that. And we are using the funds from all different places. For example, we call CDBG fund, which is the community like a block budget, and also major R, major M. We have gas tax. So we use those money to fix more street. So before 2019, every 1 mile we pave, it costs 1 million. And after that, it's 1.2 million each mile. So we have invented, and not we are invented, we just figure out a new way to pave the road more like cost effectively. So, which is called a re-rubbered asphalt, that we are able to use those material which are less expensive, and we pave the road, and we are able to pave 12 miles with 1.45 million. So that makes the big difference. Now we have to do the housing. Finally, I know this time is fit. It's time. Okay, good. So last one is housing. I need to talk something about housing because I'm in this, association. But do you know the every city we have been designated a rent number. So we have a housing plan, and we need to get we call the housing element, that we actually have that been approved in 2022. Next one. So about the renter number, which means that each city you have to build a certain amount of the units that will be the state mandate you must build that, including San Marino. So you can see that Alhambra has 6,800, Arcadia 3,000, and El Monte 8,500. In our city, we have been designated to build 3,023 housing units in 8 years. But of course, you got to have a plan. It doesn't have to complete all the units in the whole one cycle. You can just do it like unless you're showing you have the intention to fix the problem. So in 2024, we have issued 188 housing units permits. And also today that we have complete 370 housings, and which is like 12%, which is okay. It's pretty acceptable. And also we have those 188 units, only 72, they will be counted as ADUs. Next one. So I would love to share more with you, but I will be having my State of the City on March 25th and at 5:30 p.m. in Mission Playhouse. So before I wrap it up, I would like to invite you, please scan the QR code. So I look forward to share more information about our city with you. And thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Wu. That was an abundance of information, a wealth. And even though I've been a constituent for a lot of years, since 1979, I always learn. Thank you. So now it's a photo op, and we have a gift on behalf of the West San Gabriel Association of Realtors. We have a gift, Mr. Wu, and this is on behalf of my tribe here, and my city manager over here, Belen, and then my council over here, Jeff.
I need to make sure this is like a less than 50, or I will need to report according to the FPPC. So
got it.
we okay?
We are okay. Thank you. We'll take a step down.
Sure.
That said, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.